Americans are changing their views when it comes to gay marriage. In many states now, it has majority support, which we sort of take for granted in 2014, but 10 years ago, we were nowhere near that. So it's moved a lot. It's moved so far that it's come to this. Utah Senator Orrin Hatch is now conceding that gay marriage will one day be legal across America. Let's watch.
Let's face it, anybody who does not believe that gay marriage is going to be the law of the land just hasn't been observing what's going on. But I think that it's a portent of the future that sooner or later gay marriage is probably going to be approved by the Supreme Court of the United States. You know, I don't think that's the right way to go. On the other hand, I do accept whatever the courts say. But the trend right now in the courts is to permit gay marriage, and anybody who doesn't admit that just isn't living in the real world.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the rest of your party. Are you kidding me? Of course. I mean, why doesn't accept that? And when I say those people, I mean everyone who's in the Republican Party besides me right now.
Yeah, and still a very large amount of Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys change your opinion on gay marriage, or were you guys always pro-gay marriage?
Before, I didn't care, and now, given the choice, sure, let them have the same rights that I have and don't exercise.
Yeah, I didn't think about it much before, and I guess I probably would have been one of those guys who said, hey, why can't you just have a civil ceremony, and why do you got to make a big deal out of the name and everything? But I realize why that's wrong now, because I thought about it more. You know what's funny is, it's like the people who were upset at that kiss, the football player kiss. And so people who aren't homophobes and don't want to discriminate against gay people and want them to have all the rights, everybody, still had a reaction to that. And so they're like, well, yeah, I'm not a homophobe. Am I not allowed to say that I had a negative reaction to those guys kissing?
So you just said there, early on, you probably would have felt, why do you care so much about the name?
Yes.
At one point, I probably would have agreed.
Yes, that's it.
But here's the difference between a liberal and a conservative. A liberal and conservative will say exactly that statement. But then a liberal will listen to the counter-argument.
Yeah.
Here's why it matters, because of all the legal rights you get when you have an actual marriage.
Right.
And we would then change our opinion. Conservatives would simply say it, but they would have no interest in actually finding out why the distinction matters.
Yeah, so the reason why I asked the question is because I used to be, I guess, anti-gay marriage. Mainly because it wasn't well thought out. It was just a knee-jerk reaction to the way I was raised in the community that I came from, where being gay was demonized. It was. I mean, I didn't even know any gay people, but I just thought being gay was just generally a bad thing. Then I go to college, and then there's exchange of ideas. I realized, wait, why were they bad again? Like how
because you were kids.
How did they impact me?
That's why.
And then I met gay people, and guess what? They're totally normal. They didn't have horns. They weren't bad people. So then my ideas evolved, and then so now of course I'm totally pro gay rights. But the reason why I bring this up is I think that people changing their minds on this issue is natural, and I can't imagine people's minds being changed the other way, where they're for gay rights and then they're like, no, I changed my mind. I think they should not be able to get married anymore. So the progression is only in one direction. So Orrin Hatch is absolutely right. So there are those who are like John who have always been pro-gay marriage, and there are people like us who are older who didn't know any better, so we were stupid and we thought they shouldn't have the same rights that we had. But now we've advanced and we think, yes, they should. And I think the numbers skew way in their favor. It's not even close.
I assume you're probably right. I think in this case, once we get there, we're not going to go back. But it's not impossible that it could turn around. I remember when we were talking last year about the anti-gay attacks in Russia, I looked at the polling data of what people in Russia thought about gays, their rights, and things like that. And they were far more tolerant 6-7 years ago than they are today. And again, it's like we were talking about. In times of economic problems, in times of military stress, people become more conservative on issues like homosexual rights and things like that. And that's not impossible that could come to America as well. You also have countries becoming far more religious than they were. Like Egypt today is a very religious country. It wasn't back in the 40s and 50s and 60s. It was far more secular. And so that could lead to some of these rights being taken away.